Live on Stream It Sports NoCo, it's Northern Colorado High School basketball. This broadcast is brought to you by Jim's Wings, Northern Colorado's favorite wings since 1991. By Pedersen Toyota in Fort Collins, everything cars made easy. And by First Bank. Visit any of our convenient locations in Northern Colorado. First Bank, banking for good. And now for the play-by-play, here's David Haase and Randy McCoy.
Welcome to Poudre High School in Fort Collins, Colorado. Tonight, boys high school 5A basketball. Poudre is hosting the Rocky Mountain Lobos in a city rivalry game, non-conference style. Randy McCoy, David Haase here with you tonight, and we just got done with an overtime game in the girls' game, David, and got the band playing behind us.
They set the table, didn't they?
Yeah, we've got a Poudre team that's one of the better teams in the state, actually. And
great start to their season.
Yeah, and we've got a Rocky Mountain team probably still trying to find their way. They're 4-4. But really, it all starts with a couple of guys for Poudre, doesn't it?
Yeah, when you got Forrest and Fisher as they start out right now, there's basically 42 points on average between the two of them, 15 rebounds a game. Forrest is that underneath presence, the shot blocker we saw against Fossil here just a week or so ago when he had 5 or 6 blocks and just in the game, that inside presence defender. And then Fisher, just the outside sharpshooter to start the season. 22 for 48 from three-point. That is just incredible.
Yeah.
As you look at the outside shooting. And then Urinowitz for the senior for the Lobos, 19 points, 9 rebounds a game, and Tyler Fisher 12 and 4. So we'll see some matchups tonight. We'll see how those prevail. We saw a game last year. Poudre didn't shoot it well at all. They were out of it, and Rocky Mountain in a steady fashion won. Now they're back on their home court, and as you said, it's not it's not a conference game, but it's still a city rivalry.
It is, and it's pretty much almost a full gym. And this ain't last year's Poudre team either.
No. There's some maturity
there. Team is potentially a top 10. I'm not sure if they're ranked yet, but they're going to be in the top 10 before you know it if they keep winning. And Mr. Fisher is going to be getting some state noticing down there in the south of here. City down there.
As hard as that is for them to do.
Yeah, I think he will.
With Fisher and Forrest, both, the Impalas definitely have 2 next-level players. And there's a long season to go here, but they've already started out about as well as you'd like to have it. And as the Impalas, want to have their start to the season, it starts right here in the city. They've already won 1 game against Fossil Ridge. Fort Collins, last game for the Lobos, they beat Fort Collins by 20, lost in a free throw. Nice job by free throws at the end by Fossil Ridge. So look for a good city rivalry game here tonight. We'll see how it unfolds.
Yeah, Urinowitz, we've been watching him since his freshman year, along with Fisher a little bit, and should be a good one. So we'll be back with the tip-off after these messages. You're watching Stream It Sports and the platform of ASBN TV.
I make my coffee at home.
I cut my own hair.
I buy in bulk. So do I.
Jag tar med mitt eget godis när jag går på bio.
I still use my parents' TV login.
Saving is in style. Start saving with the Anywhere account.
The most magical time of the season to me is Toyotathon, with great deals on Tacoma, RAV4, even the awesome Camry. For you and your family.
Hi!
So, how can I help?
Right now, get 0% APR financing for 60 months on a new 2018 RAV4 or $3,000 cash back on a new RAV4. For great deals on other Toyotas, visit Toyota.com.
Here's your key.
So how does...
Magic.
Toyota, let's go places.
You're watching high school sports on Stream It Sports NoCo.
Hang on.
He's a junior, number 1, Joseph Natty. And for the Impala,
Starting lineups now for the Rocky Mountain Lobos. Joseph Natty, number 1. Out for the Impalas, number 2, Sergio Tarango.
next for Rocky Mountain High School, number 4, senior, Tyler Fisher.
Tyler Fisher, the senior, number 4 for the Lobos.
And for the Impalas,
Averaging 12 points, 4 rebounds.
Nick Wood.
Nate Wood out for the Impalas, number 4.
Senior, number 12, Joseph
Urinowitz, Joseph Urinowitz, senior for the Lobos, 19 points, 9 rebounds a game. Luke Dolan getting the start tonight, number 23 for the Impalas.
Number 25, senior, Jaden Lucero.
Jaden Lucero, the senior, number 25 for Rocky Mountain.
Impalas, he wears number 33. He's a senior, Damian Forrest.
Big guy, Damian Forrest, number 33.
The man in the middle.
Yep, 19 and 12.
Pete Crone.
Number 43 for the Lobos, Pete Grown, the junior.
Number 55, senior.
Rounding out the Lobos, and the final starter out, Jack Fisher, leading scorer. The sharpshooter for the Impalas, 22 points a game. Randy's talked about those 3-pointers. Starting off his senior year about as well as he could.
Well, and we saw the difference in him the first game. He's under control. He comes down. He uses his 6'4" frame. He got a lot of buckets in the middle too.
Yep.
Whereas last year he wasn't that composed when he got in the middle. And he can handle the ball. He can play the point if you need him to. He's an all-around player.
Head coach of the 8-1 Impalas is Jeff Brubaker, and Brian Taffel for the Rocky Mountain Lobos, who are 4-4. City rivalry game, not a conference game, but a game that, like I say, it gets everybody's blood going.
Yeah.
Crone and Forrest to jump center.
Remember, folks, this is a Tuesday night, so not a Friday.
Tarango gets the recipient of the controlled tip by Forrest. Fisher brings it up, picked up by Lucero. Lucero's going to be long enough to kind of give a little bit of an edge. That outside shot won't be so easy for Fisher. We'll see how that works. Forrest, though, goes right to the bucket. Doesn't get it to fall. Rebound by Fisher.
Boy, that's a nice move, though.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing we saw earlier. He can get his shot off. It's just, will you go to the rim with it? We saw that against Fossil Ridge where he kind of played it. I can just elevate and try to make the shot and didn't have as much on it often. Nagy quickly underneath. Crone
it's an
kicks
area
it back
he
out.
still needs to get better on his finishing. He gets right at the bucket, but he misses a lot under the bucket, so we'll see if he's worked on that.
Natty had a 3-point look, backed it away. Urinowitz picked out by Dolan. Rocky Mountain, slow, nice big kick backside to Lucero. Great pass from Urinowitz.
Gotta love that.
Bucket. When he goes up and challenge Forrest, who had to get his hands up and just dish it underneath to the backup, and no one from Poudre fell down that backside to help out. Easy bucket.
And you gotta love your leading scorer's first thing he does is goes after and
yeah. Great follow. Tip doesn't go.
0 for 3 right there. And
yeah, he had a really good look at it, just didn't get it go in.
And the tip.
Yeah, the tip was the athletic move there, wasn't it?
Yeah, my gosh. Missed both of them, though.
Urinowitz back out front, picked up by Dolan, goes by him, hangs back over to the side to Crone. Same thing again.
I'd look for Fisher to get a shot on this this time down the court.
A little bump by Lucero out front.
And that's the difference this year is you can't really stay in front of him.
Yeah, there's that senior explosiveness that come there too. And last game we had there, that wouldn't have been a call.
No. Got a different set of officials this game. Not
actually kind of surprised to see that, actually.
Not doing the double dip.
Zone defense now out of the inbounds play. Rocky Mountain skip pass over to Fisher. You watch that. Fisher's got range getting off the bus, folks. So three-pointer doesn't go. Long rebound, Dolan. Kicks it back out. Tarango pulls it back out. There's the ball up. Fisher nails it. They say he's got that long stroke and the confidence, doesn't he?
Yeah, and folks, he's 6'4" out there doing it. You're not going to block that out there at three-point line. So he can rise up over just about any guard he's going to play against. Something Dave and I never really experienced.
Whistle underneath. Interesting to see who this call is going to be on. And that'd be on 4, number Fisher.
Found out one of our broadcast partners, Mr. Eric Freehoff, is officiating this year, so not going to hear him as much.
Boy, do I hope we get one of his games.
Yeah, well, I think we do. I think we get the Rocky Collins, he says.
Fisher pull-up jumper doesn't go, goes to the ground. Picked up by Wood.
Well, I'd love to see Poudre speed up their pace a little bit. The way you get over a zone is you fast break.
Tarango, fall-away jumper, baseline doesn't go. Jaden Lucero, the rebound, kicks it out to Renowitz. Fisher.
Nobody's wanting to shoot there, are they?
Yeah, they're just being really deliberate. 4.5 to play here, 4-3. Rocky Mountain leads here in the first quarter.
Opposite of the girls' team.
Urinowitz really the only one with one more than, and a nice little runner falls. Urinowitz the only one for the Lobos got more than 1 or 2 3-pointers. So not, as you can see by the style of offense right now, Coach Taffel's got them run. They're taking it in tight to the rim. Almost a little surprised that Urinowitz is not guarding Forrest, but then you don't want to get your fouls on your guys. Surprised what a travel call there.
Plus, he's got to take that shot.
Yeah. Stripped away, stolen by Fisher, pushes the case, loses it.
Double dribble.
Yeah, one
everything.
or the other had to happen.
Fisher got bailed out of that one.
Yeah, took off faster and he could get the ball under control. A lot of speed there. 3:45 to play here in the first.
Well, Poudre's going to have trouble if they just sit here and come down and try to play offense against his zone every time.
Yeah, need to start pushing the edge. Dolan spins around. Wood baseline back out to Forrest. Double dip underneath. Rolling move doesn't go.
Boy, he's got to use that
over the back
backboard.
there, yeah. Yeah, it's going to get called for being over the back. That's just great position by Crone there.
Well, he's got some nice moves, but he's got to go off that backboard. That's why he's missing those.
Well, he's not going to be able to physically move Crone around. That's not going to work. He can go over him if he's nearby, but he can't push him. And that's quick foul. That's as we saw earlier. That's a difference there. And you're going to have Cobb coming in right now because otherwise you'd go right at him and get his second early.
And we've seen that happen, I think, pretty much every game that we've broadcasted.
Natty baseline goes in. Nice job by Cobb pinching down on it. Tapped away Cobb. Natty on the floor. Gets it out. Nice steal back and forth to Urinowitz. What a soft touch. And we've seen that since his freshman year. That little mid-range jumper, very effective. 8-3 now, Rocky Mountain here early in the game. 2:48 left in the. Another pull-up by Fisher. That one doesn't go. He's got their only bucket.
The thing we've noticed the last couple of years at Poudre is they have a hard time getting their offense organized. And you're not really sure what it is they're trying to do. Are they trying to run? Are they trying to be a half-court team?
Yep.
Right now, it's like they want to do this. But I think they've got the athletes out there to
try to push the pace a little bit.
Well, I mean, Tarango is – how fast is he as a quarterback?
I know, yeah. And right now, it's just being controlled
by their zone defense.
Yep. Taking the air out of it.
The other thing is you got to make them miss and get the rebound. Coach Taffel obviously came in with a plan, didn't he?
Yeah, and pretty effective so far.
He doesn't have a lot of shooters, so he's got to.
Oh, he's done. Knows the guy he's going to. The entry pass that time, a little too tall. Urinowitz. Yeah, Urinowitz underneath is probably going to be a mismatch for anybody. His low post game is, for the high school level, really good. Ball mishandled. Gives it up to Crone. Doesn't go. Put back. Oh. And that was one of those I was already there, and I just kind of had an excuse me foul. Lobos missed a couple of.
I'm here already. I might as well.
Yeah, push you. Send Urinowitz to the line. Substitutions coming in both teams.
You can't take those fouls home with you, so.
No. Forrest will be back in for Poudre. They're going to take the timeout, though. They trail 8-3 with Rocky Mountain at the line. And I kind of see that. It's like, Forrest got to get back in. Let's go back to our analogy from the prior game, though. You need to start playing and let these guys work through it a little bit.
Yeah. Again, if you come down, most high school teams struggle against the zone, boys or girls, because you're thinking man to man. You make a pass, you forget that there's two other people watching you and doing that. With the athletes on this team, I'd get that ball out and I would just run them and run them and run them. And then they can't even set up the zone, and that's the thing.
Right now,
and then you get them in man-to-man, but there's no way Rocky can hang with this team man-to-man, and he knows that.
Well, the part of the problem is, though, you can't fast break off a made basket.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
It's like stealing first base. So Urinowitz will go to the line. 1:18 left here in the first. Thanks for watching ASBN TV, the platform for high school sports. Streaming Sports NoCo bring it to you here. Dave Haase and Randy McCoy, Max Fink.
So Poudre's averaging 63 points a game. They got 3.
Yeah. Yeah.
Talk about taking the air out of the ball. They took the air, the
uncharacteristic
thing you put the air in.
Yep. Well, and that's gonna. Right now, it's a suited game for Rocky Mountains when they play, like you said.
Now they just switched to man-to-man.
Foul there. Keenan Schuler.
That's a good call by Coach Taffel. Confuse him a little bit.
Well, especially after coming out of timeout, 2 team fouls on the Lobos, 3 on the Impalas. Also in the game now, number 14, Thomas Dunnington.
Well, this will be a real test here to see if
Dawson
they
Otto,
can
too.
See who's guarding.
And Gillen Dirks.
Guarding Fisher. If you missed the girls' game, it's already on demand. You can go back and watch it after this game right away. He got fouled.
I'm not going to see who he called it on.
Well, the thing he didn't see.
The other player, it's going to be called from behind there. Just a reach by Otto. Well, he couldn't hold his ground. Forrest just backed him down.
But Forrest came down before he let go of the ball too. But he was fouled first, I believe. I'll tell you what, there's going to be a college coach that sees all this, says, you know what, I can get the rest of it out of it.
Yeah, exactly. Second one's good.
You can't teach most of what he's got.
Yeah. First point scored by Poudre in about 5 minutes. Under a minute to play here. Not that Rocky's lit it up. It's just a deliberate game. Fisher with Wood picking him up. Schuler baseline.
Dunnington's in the game now. Good.
Nice job underneath, but tipped back and kept. 30 seconds to play. Ball goes to the ground. Just showing a lot of patience. Under 20 to play here. Rocky Mountain, as you said, that's the game plan, isn't it?
Yeah, well, they don't have anybody that's going to do that.
Well, and Fisher's picked up now, just faked out, draws the foul. Just a smart play by the senior there. Thought he was going to try to do it to Forrest because he had him about 20 foot from the bucket. That's guard country, and it takes a pretty special big guy to come back and go get that. Quick substitution in. Joseph Natty and Jay Lucero back in. Little O for D moment.
So Dunnington making me proud with the glasses. That's had to wear the athletic glasses in high school. So homage to the Randall.
Oh, great place underneath. Quick pass, Dirks. Poudre left him alone. Down to 2 seconds. Fisher just going to cross it, put it up in the air, and doesn't go. So a deliberate first quarter here. Rocky Mountain leads after 1 here at Poudre High School, 10-4 over the Impalas. You're watching ASBN TV.
I make my coffee at home.
I cut my own hair.
I buy in bulk. So do I.
Jag tar med mitt eget godis när jag går på bio.
I still use my parents' TV login.
Saving is in style. Start saving with the Anywhere account today.
Little Uptown Funk by the Poudre Band. I could literally touch a trombone right there. So
nobody has more fun than the band.
And there you go, the Poudre Band. Second quarter, 10-4, and we were talking a little off the air. Poudre came in, and don't know how much effort they thought they were going to need to
looking at records only
put out tonight. Yeah, but I bet you Coach Brubeck had something to say about that.
Poudre switched up to a zone now of their own. Rocky Mountain said, you might have to come out and guard us. We've got you down.
Brubaker, sorry.
Nag up, three-pointer doesn't go. Goes to the ground, though, ran down by Urinowitz.
Well, nobody boxed out. It's hard, that's the one downside of the zone. You're not matched up with anybody, so.
Boy, nice entry pass, goes straight to the bucket, doesn't go, gets his own rebound, goes up, blocked by Forrest. Urinowitz, and one.
Man.
And the smart thing is we've seen him since he's a freshman. He will go into contact and has just a great job of holding back. That's the second foul on Dolan, too. And one goes. 12-4 now, Rocky Mountain. Although, as we know, Fisher can erase that with just a couple of trips down the court. Forrest goes in the middle, bowls his way up.
Got a score here, fourth quarter. Fossil Ridge up on Arvada West, 40-39.
Good game. Forrest will go back to the line. Follow up on an 0 for 2 trip earlier, but that's the second foul, though, on 45 for the Lobos auto. That one doesn't go.
Windsor up on Fort Collins, 52-49.
I like what Jack Fisher did to Randy. He walked out to his teammate and said, just smile and said, ain't nothing.
Ain't nothing but a thing, is it?
Start knocking it down. And the shooter's roll that time goes. 13-5 now, 7:10 to play here in the half. I'd like to thank our sponsor, Jim's Wings, best wings in northern Colorado. Lobos work the ball around again. Lucero down. Urinowitz quickly gets trapped into the game for Poudre's Travis, number 10, too. Baseline jumper up. Urinowitz good. He's just a mid-range player in a game where most everybody likes to shoot threes, doesn't he?
Yeah, he is I think we call that old school, don't we?
Yep. Fisher up, 3 doesn't go. Ran down by Nagy.
Well, what you hope, Fisher doesn't fall in love with the 3, and because he can get to the bucket anytime he wants.
3 for the Lobos, doesn't go. Rebound Otto. Kicks it back out. Nagy gets another look. That's a little strong and strong enough. Our first bank of the game. Bank is open. And a tray makes it 18-5. Rocky Mountain timeout taken here on the court. So timeout up there for us, ASBN TV as well.
I cut my own hair.
I buy in bulk. So do I.
Jag tar med mitt eget godis när jag går på bio.
I still use my parents' TV login.
Saving is in style. Start saving with the Anywhere account today.
We're back here. As you see Coach Brubaker talking to his Impalas. They've come out. To say they've come out cold would be the understatement of the year. 18-5. Rocky Mountain is bolted out to a 13-point lead.
Well, they're playing the game their way, shooting smart shots, really not pressing or pushing anything. And right now on offense, even when Forrest gets to the line, he's not made the free throws, just 1 for 4, and not much else done by anybody else offensively for the Impalas.
Yeah, and they just walk it up the court, you know, and you get down 13, you're going to have a hard time walking it up the court.
Fisher has a veteran move he pulled down because he had Lucero just basically pinned underneath there and just moved him down. Like you said before, trying to get him to the inside game. They've got to generate some offense, and it's got to come from either Fisher or Forrest for sure.
Yeah, Wood can hit you a 3 occasionally, but you got a 6'4" guy as athletic as Fisher. You got to get him the ball. They're back in the zone now again.
Yep, 6 minutes left here in the half.
And Poudre really doesn't know what to run.
Fisher pulls it back out.
Forrest needs to kick it back out a couple of times instead of doing
25 foot for the basket. It just athletes one in there, doesn't he? Yeah. Good finish.
Yeah, but you know, as we've said before, you can't.
You want to make
it's hard to dribble against the zone.
Lucero 3 is up, and that's in.
I'll tell you what, me and you both know, momentum is infectious, and some of these other guys start hitting threes that don't normally hit them. They're in trouble.
Fisher penetrates, gave up the ball. I thought that should just go and take it on up. I'd like his chance as well as anybody's. Good no call there.
Yeah, trying to draw it. Trying to draw it a little too hard.
Yeah, short on the three-pointer. Rebound Fisher for the Lobos. Pushes it up court.
I think
minutes underneath.
I think Rocky
Fade
Mountain.
Away baseline. That one spins and goes in.
I believe he's already got 10 points.
Yep. 4:42 left here in the half. 23-7 Rocky Mountain.
Yeah, they don't know what to run. They're coming in, but Forrest has to pass it out of that. Or not. Is that an and one?
Well, it's going to be because he got the call. Natty was waiting underneath for him. That's the problem with a bigger player that can elevate over you. You're going to have a hard time getting that call because
especially standing right under the bucket.
Yeah,
you got
to step to it.
I'm just waiting for them to put the circle in high school just like they have in.
Well, and it is a good safety thing too. There's nothing wrong with that. That's a good teaching tool. 4:27 left. Possible three-point play coming here for Forrest. Off. Violation. Nobody. Got one official trying to tell someone he didn't call it down low. He's basically saying Uranus was holding off the Impala player Poudre or Dolan. So. And the second bite of the apple works. So Forrest gets a three-point play, makes it 23-10. 4.5 to play here in the half. See if that's the spark they need to get a little progressive, little offense coming out of this Impala team. Throwing it down low, tipped away by Forrest.
They're running a little bit.
Well, that's the thing. When you get turnover, you got to start pressing it. Right underneath, goes up, bulls his way into it.
There you go,
doesn't
early
fall.
offense.
And that's the fall away shot again.
He could have about 15 points already. Yeah, he's falling away, kind of like Tom Brady's passing right now, instead of going straight up.
And a timeout taken by Coach Tafel. It's a good spot right there to take one, too. You got a little out of rhythm. A couple things happen there, and you get a chance to talk to your guys.
Well, 13 points is nothing when you've got a scorer like Fisher, but we were looking, last Friday night, this Poudre Palatine got beat by 32 by Columbine. So every team has its warts in some way, don't they?
Yeah. Well, it's part of that too, where you're 8-0, they're going to start paying attention. You're going to start getting everybody's A game. A great night here at Poudre High School. Nice crowd across the way, and most student bodies are definitely representing.
Saw both huddles there. Good work by Maxwell Fink, our cameraman, giving us the visuals, as Mr. Cesario would say.
And the local version of the barrel man here for the Lobos. We'll get a shot of that sometimes we go along.
I like his hat.
Might be all he has.
That might be.
We'll leave that mystery to be undecided. Fisher, step back three, doesn't go. Nice job of just sealing off that time, and Dirks, no chance on that one.
You're starting to see a little quicker pace here by.
Well, you get a few rebounds, turn around, and make it happen.
Yeah, Fisher's got to be able to. He's not looking to shoot though. You know what I like about Ford? He doesn't let those misses affect him.
Nope.
And you can't.
No, you can't. No, you really can't. And that's you'll start finishing. It gets him back to the line here.
Because he could single-handedly foul out the whole front line.
Trouble is, it doesn't pay off.
Yeah.
Hack-a-Shack is back. 3:19 left here in the half. 17 fouls in the Lobos, so least single bonus the rest of the half here for the Impalas. Only 5. They got 1 to give for the Rocky Mountain. We'll get there. Second one's off too. Man, that's just a big push.
Yeah.
That was.
It's like, I don't know what he got his hands out like what?
Yeah. Yeah, that'll bring Cobb back in. That's a third foul on Dolan too. That's a tough one to have.
There was a little bit of Hollywood there too, but
it was clearly when you get somebody in the low back, it just doesn't hard to hide.
Yeah, especially on a free throw.
Fisher penetrate, goes in, a little Euro spin move, doesn't get to fall. Nice rebound, Forrest. Got to get it out of his hands. Find a guard, get it upfield, front court.
Yeah,
Elevates, doesn't go. Rebound, Tyler Fisher underneath. He's pushing it back too, keeping the pace going. Lucero up with a 3, 2 for 2. Nope, all the way down, all the way back out.
The other thing, if you're guarding Forrest, he only goes right, so.
And that's the other part of it. You got to learn to start favoring that side. That's where your help should start coming from too. 2.5 left to play here. Still 23-10. Fisher step back 3. And more importantly, probably that's going to be, I believe, the third foul on Lucero.
And that foul is on Lucero.
That was nothing but the bottom of the net, wasn't it?
At the line shooting 1, Jack Fisher.
And if there was a touch there, I don't think he could have drawn blood or even got skin cells on it, but it was enough to do it.
I don't know in high school if they're being as sensitive about, where they land, if you're underneath their feet and stuff like that after, I know they've changed that a lot. And
the nice 4-point play cuts that lead to 9 points.
Poudre's fine as long as they, they're scoring because they've upped this pace.
Well, and they've played their defense getting a little better too. They're playing a little bit better defense. Rocky Mountain's not getting the looks. 3-pointer that time short. Rebound though, Dirks. High ball goes in, stuffed by Ford.
That wasn't going nowhere.
Yeah, he was completely out of position. He had no chance to really get anything done there. That was just a fed block.
Yeah, that
Skip pass. Wood, long 3, rolls around, falls out. And Fisher got away with a little Hollywood moment there himself.
Yeah.
Coach Taffel saying, you know what, did somebody open a door? Was there a breeze?
Yeah. I'm not sure number 1 could knock over number 55, to be honest with you.
Urinowitz back in the game.
I don't think I was that small at birth. Joseph Nady.
Yeah, all speed, but going to take the pop there.
Good job, though, man. He's out there hustling.
Fisher with the first of the bonus. Doesn't go. Rebound.
Well, they can't have that if you're Poudre.
No, their first half right now has been abysmal from the free throw line for a team that you wouldn't expect it.
Yeah,
I mean, 5 or 6 missed free throws.
Well, more than that, they could probably be tied.
Baseline look 3 doesn't go. Rebound Rocky Mountain.
Just not organized. Poudre's.
They're still trying to find somebody
They
to guard.
just look like they're trying to find somebody to guard, let alone box out.
Minute 20 left here.
You know, people think basketball looks chaotic, but it's actually not.
Fisher, three-pointer, that one doesn't go. That's going to stay down this end. Cobb got underneath.
Well, they had 2 of them there, and neither one of them could get it.
Yep. Nice hustle, just getting down there to help.
Oh, I mean, he's trying to foul him, my gosh.
And that was just frustration. He got hammered, no call, and that was a really silly foul coming back by Schuler there. He knows, he had teammates
He's trying
back.
to keep from getting dunked on right there. But
there was 2 guys behind it. That was just one of those. He just retaliated in his mind, and just not the place to do it. You're 25, 30 foot from the bucket.
Although,
if you're going to foul somebody.
Yeah, I'm not sure that was a bad foul.
You may be right. That might be a planned item. First one does go. Substitution, Schuler will go out. He had a pair of fouls.
Well, they say ball don't lie.
Second one coming from Forrest.
Yes, it does.
Short, yeah. Short of being just barely an air ball there. Rebound, Urinowitz.
Rocky hasn't scored in
a couple minutes. That last three-pointer they had, yeah. Urinowitz baseline goes up, soft shot and in.
He hasn't missed.
Yeah, that's just a spot. You've got to deny him the baseline. You need to force him out up above towards the key. Back to 10-point lead.
Nice job staying in front of him.
Yeah, that definitely was. You just got to go out there and not give him his chance. Dunnington did the spot.
Again, anytime he goes towards the bucket, I just...
Well, yeah.
Until he can hit 2 free throws.
Do you have enough big guys to do it with? I mean, they're already the double bonus, but...
Fisher definitely being not being aggressive. Got a smaller man on him. I'm kind of old school, and it's like,
post him up and go up.
You ever heard of a clear out and post up? I mean, you don't need an offense. You look at what you got as matchups, and right now you got a pretty, it looks to at least 6 inches.
Second one, another 1-for-2 trip.
That ain't gonna work whole game.
20 seconds to play here in the half.
Close to 5 there. That did early.
Yeah. And no call there.
Yeah.
Wow. And I think the fact they knew he was going to draw it almost goes in. I think the fact they knew he was trying to do it, they didn't give him the look on it because there was contact.
I remember when I played a lot of times high school, in the NBA and college, they automatically give you that call. They don't do that in high school.
So after 2 quarters of play here at Poudre High School, 25-16, surprising lead for the Rocky Mountain Lobos. Very deliberate half. Welcome back this third quarter here. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
That was the Poudre dancers, Palmies. They always have one of the more interesting and exciting, well-done dance teams. So great.
Students give them a lot of support, don't they?
Great job by them. So we'll be back after these messages.
After playing the game for many years, and I decided I could either watch from the couch or get on the field and become part of the game.
I became a judge because it was a natural transition from being a gymnast to coach, now judge.
I love the large crowds, the excitement of the game, and you know what? I got the best seat in the house.
Help these kids. Help this community. Become an official.
There comes a time in every athlete's life when their participation in sports is coming to an end, and so officiating is a way to stay involved.
The day I started officiating is just as fun as now.
When I'm officiating, making decisions, a decision that's instantaneous, for me there's no greater feeling.
I became an official because I wanted to give back.
Get off the couch and get into the game.
Become an official.
back here now, getting ready for the second half here on ASBN TV. That's our platform, Stream It Sports Productions. David Haase, Randy McCoy, Max Fink here with you. Just want to remind you, after this game, the girls' game that we did prior to this is already up on demand. So
a good one it was.
Our technicians got it up quickly. Sometimes it takes a little longer, but they got it up quickly. And
working like Christmas elves, bless their hearts.
Yeah, we just want to. Phil Mildren is our executive producer, and thank you so much. Friday night, our second hockey game, it'd be Rez and Fort Collins Friday night. Both teams practice at the same facility, so should be an interesting game. Also going to have some wrestling for you this year too, so lots of things going on here. So David, take us away here for the second half.
Dolan inbounding now with Wood, Fisher, Forrest, and Tarango on the court. Tyler Fisher, Crone, Urinowitz, Nagy, and starting out with Dirks underneath. Nice give and go underneath. Drawing away, cutting the basket. Everything that you didn't see Poudre do there the first half. Knocks the lead down to 7. Good matchup tonight with Tarango and Tyler Fisher for Rocky Mountain. 2 quick on quicks. Backside official calls a 5 count, which means you need to be making a move towards the bucket. You can see right now, Randy, Poudre's changed their offense going to high post, haven't they?
Yeah, and
long three-pointer doesn't go. Forrest fairly lucky he didn't get a little over the back glove there, didn't he?
Yeah, I think he backed off just in time. And, you know, the other thing is we haven't really seen him play, you know, without having at least 2 fouls. That's an offensive foul there.
Yeah, he wasn't
stopped. He was stopped, and then he got hit.
Yeah, he had it was just timing.
Yeah,
you know, it wasn't a hard bump. It was just the timing of the spot there. And he had his shoulder down. You're going to lose that one.
And he was initiating the contact too.
Yep. The defender had been leaning into it. It wouldn't have been anything, but just a smart defensive play. Man defense again for Rocky Mountain.
And either Rocky Mountain's having a really, nice pass.
That's what we're talking about. Doesn't go, though. Stolen away by Forrest, the fadeaway. That doesn't go. Crone stolen away by Dolan. Nice job staying with the bucket. Tarango goes in. Oh, how did Forrest come up with that?
It's kind of his night, isn't it?
Yeah, because the ball just was between 4 Lobos, bounced around. He took it. Nice spin move off the glass for 2. Lead down to 5. Poudre out of the gate quickly here in the third quarter. Natty outside. Going in, nobody bothered to take him. He doesn't get the little one back off the glass, doesn't fall over the back. I don't think they're calling on Dolan or Forrest. Either way,
Dolan,
it's Dolan. That's his 4th.
Oh.
Okay.
Forrest.
Either way, it was not going to be a good call for the Impalas there, but Natty couldn't believe he's that alone.
Well, and just attention to details by the Impalas.
Yeah. But he was, all of a sudden, he was like, okay, on that open, where's the big guys? They should be running towards the rim here. That's the effect of the shot blocker. And then a give and go and asleep at the wheel and the defense there for the Impalas. Urin's just one of those guys who's steady and smart, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. But
a nice give and go again. Tarango doesn't get the fall. Forrest goes over the top, takes it, steps out of bounds.
How many layups has Poudre missed?
And all of them pretty much going away from the rim. You know, not finishing right at the rim.
Not being strong with the ball. And
5.5 to play here in the third. 7-point lead for Rocky Mountain. Quickly out of the gate, Poudre knocked it down to 5.
Well, we'll see if that's as fast as much as they get, because when you're on a run, you got to stay on the run.
Yeah. Well, right now Fisher's Again, goes in. Nice layup. Wow, that's the way to finish the hole there.
You got to want to play defense, don't you?
Well, and that's right, because you had 3 Impalas there. Dolan and Forrest both have got 2 and 3 fouls. They aren't going to go down there and help out on that. And your third big guy wasn't really looking to go play. Triangle pin on the baseline. Good cross-court pass. Oh, nice look. Fisher for 2 on the feed from Wood. Just good give and go.
Fisher being, in my opinion, a little too unselfish at this point. You see that a lot in high school.
Yep. Urinowitz, first one I think seen go out. He had another good look at the mid-range jumper, rolls in, comes back out.
It's hard to tell when you have the advantage.
Forrest he forced that one, just wasn't in control. So that's one of the times you learn to hit that double screen. And that's going to be a grab on Fisher. Nice fake by Natty. Pair of fouls on the Impalas here in the early going. 4:06 left in third. 1 so far on the Lobos. Lucero's going to be back in for Dirks. Lucero's got the 3 fouls. Lucero right off the bench. 3 goes up, doesn't go. Rebound Fisher.
So stay over.
At travel? Oh, you
just ran into him, drew the foul.
Yeah, just drive in, and that's the thing. Lucero never stopped. He just dived into him. I thought he was going to call travel because he just kind of jumped in the air, but it's in the motion of shooting, so that is a good call. Quickly get a substitution.
You either got to get out of the way or you got to get position.
Yeah, Dunnington back in now for Lucero. Just a 20-second trip for him on the court. Lobos in the zone on the out-of-bounds play from underneath.
So he never looks to the other side, even though that's a nice pass, but that's the first swing I've seen. Now he needs to look.
Yeah, backside.
Long
three-pointer, rims out. Foul apparently on Dunnington. Wood just about ended up in the second row. There's some Poudre students over there. Got a lap full. Set him to line for 3. Chance to narrow the lead down to 4. 3.5 to play here in the third. First one goes.
So when Forrest gets that ball on the other side, the first thing he needs to do is look to the opposite side.
Step and make that pass.
And there'll be somebody, I guarantee you there.
Especially with a shooter like Fisher on that weak side.
Wide open every time.
Wood, chance for the 3 in a row.
Dolan better watch out. He's right there.
I was going to say he was standing on the circle a second ago.
Didn't look like he was
paying
too much attention.
Yeah, nice job there by Nate Wood going up, making all 3. Cut the lead to 4. Entry pass trying to get to Urinowitz. He was standing still, and he just had no chance to go get that one. Turnover by the Lobos.
If Poudre's able to come back, win this, it's just a matter. They just have more firepower.
Yeah.
Really.
Gonna go the other way.
Pretty move.
Yep. Well, it's that success breeds success in your head. You're missing. You still don't have the confidence there. Substitution back in the game for the Lobos now is auto number 45. Natty drive has to kick out. Impalas have done a nice job of switching people up on Urinowitz. They've had about 4 or 5 guys blocked from behind by Tarango. Must have got enough hand.
A lot of ball there, but
yeah. Generally the follow through actually said kind of a blow to the head kind of thing. He got the elbow, got the head on the way. Tyler Fisher at the line for a pair. Just a nice soft touch there. You can tell free throw shooters, can't you?
Yeah, that's
simple release.
Basketball is not an easy sport to control your emotions. You know, you get out here and you're not hidden behind a mask or a helmet, and sometimes some guys just
not that anonymous. You have to show it. Kind of gone away from their high post offense that started the quarter with. Now it's set back up. Cutting. Baseline Wood spins, low bump bounce pass, so tough for us to get. Crone's trying to figure out how he was the last one there. The official just saw him at the end. Coach Taffel's like going, "Are you kidding me?"
The problem is Poudre's not taking the easy pass; they're making the hard pass.
Yeah. 4 fouls on Rocky Mountain right now in this half. 3 on the Impalas. Oh, just sleep at the wheel there. Nice job. Dolan steps up.
Well, everybody was out on Fisher. He was double teamed out there, and
just a step through. 2:02 left here in the third quarter. Thanks for watching. Remember our sponsors, Pedersen Toyota, First Bank, along with, talk about taking too many passes. Yeah. Natty had the look there, and he had the rebounder underneath.
Well, he looked up and he saw Mr. Forrest, and he thought better of what he might do. This is what Fisher needs to do right there, but he needs to make it.
That was a little too soft.
And he can get that anytime he wants. That's kind of...
Fisher step back 3. That was going to be short. You can tell he just didn't have anything on it. Minute and a half left. Forrest, you better stop the dribble. You know he's going to spin, move in the lane, pull back, and just soft touch off the front. That time he squared his shoulders up to the rim.
He did. And he was further back, actually. Sometimes I think he's better. Down to 2 points, minute 17 left, 31-29. Our score, Rocky Mountain holding on to a slim 2-point lead. You're watching Streaming Sports on the ASBN TV platform. We'll be back in just a moment.
I make my coffee at home.
I cut my own hair.
I buy in bulk. So do I.
Jag tar med mitt eget godis när jag går på bio.
I still use my parents' TV login.
Saving is in style. Start saving with the Anywhere account today.
We're back here, and we've see the huddle there with Coach Taffel, and Rocky Mountain has held the lead this entire game. But Poudre has started to chip away and has found a couple of things, some cutting.
Yeah, going to the basket.
A few people cutting. And
when they got making their free throws, we got a little battle of the student sections here going back and forth. The barrel man right down in front of us.
Yeah, let's get a shot there, Maxwell, of the barrel man. There he is. And I use the word man loosely, too.
It's the old...
that's barrel boy, I believe.
All-weather look. Although it's not too bad for December, we can take that. So Lobos inbound now after the timeout. Fisher and Tarango back up front. Been matched up all night long. Crone, this is just called to get underneath Karinowitz. And easy. Wood really didn't have a chance. He tried to draw the foul, but the spin move and dropped in. I would imagine that's going to be where the Lobos want to go the rest of the game.
Yeah, if they want to score, but Urinowitz ain't scared of Forrest. And that's
stronger to the rim.
That looked like something he's been practicing, and that's what I say.
Weak side
he
drop
needs to shoot
step.
about 200 of those shots a day. You know it?
Because he's not going to get stopped.
Because it just needs to be like he's in his sleep. He's thinking too much out there, and he just needs to react because he's got the talent.
Let's put your shoulders down, try to go. Actually had the opening there.
But I like
20 seconds left.
Forrest stayed on his feet. I like that.
Yeah. Dolan, nice job. Hands up, knocks the ball out. Crone trying to make that injury pass. Trying to do that single-man game, get Urinowitz on the low post. And they got Wood on him right now, and he's giving up about 4 or 5 inches.
Tarango used his best defensive back moves on that.
Yeah, he really did. That's one where Fisher actually had the chance to go down the lane. I'm surprised he didn't take it there. So after 3 quarters of play here, though, Poudre High School, a little comeback by the Impalas. They still trail by 2. Come back for the 4th quarter. You're watching ASBN TV.
We're back here. You hear the Poudre band again. Starting the 4th quarter. Tight game now, 33-31. Rocky Mountain has held the lead the entire game. Poudre is yet to have a lead. But Poudre's come back really under Damian Forrest has been the star for Poudre so far. Looks like he's calmed down a little bit. A couple of really good moves.
Well, in a very low-scoring game, very deliberately run by Rocky Mountain, so the pace of play favors them. As you said, though, Forrest is starting to take that measure. He's probably got that 12 to 14-point range, and
could have 25.
Well, he's left about 8 or 9 at the line,
and about 6 or 7 layups. So Rocky Mountain.
Boy, what a nice move by Jaden Lucero there. Goes underneath, doesn't even give Forrest a chance to catch up and shoot. Shoots a little soft layup. Lobos back up by 4. Dolan, Tarango, Forrest, Wood, and Fisher. Fisher very quiet here that last half, that 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I don't know if he's going to try to do something here in the 4th, or should have been an and 1 there, but.
Well, they're letting it get a little physical underneath.
I like that by Fisher.
Lucero left alone again. 3-pointers up. This time bounces off rebound Dolan.
I think somebody said, let's see if Jack has got something.
Yep.
He's double
traveled. A double spin move. Got him first, though.
Yeah, well, that got him with the body.
Foul on Crone. Still short of the and 1, so a single foul left to give.
So you got Miss Fisher out on the corner.
I think Rocky Mountain a little confused that they're coming out. That's contested 3 and goes. Cuts the lead to 1 point.
Boy, he figured something out with his 3 since a week ago, hasn't he?
Well, yeah, it's just the step through on it. Mid-range jumper. Fisher is
nobody's talking.
Open.
Nobody's talking on defense, are they? I
no.
mean, that's
no.
Your coach Brubaker. You got to show that to them.
There's a spot right there where everybody was like, nobody knew where anybody was at. But Urinowitz, though, on a kind of one of those lazy fouls. You're bigger than the guy guarding you. You reach over the top and get called for it. That's his 3rd. That's a big foul, even though we're in 4th quarter. I don't think he gets to come off the court. Tarango doesn't get a shoot often. And all of a sudden we're getting tight, aren't we?
Yeah, well, there's no consistency. He was running next to him there, really had no intent of.
Yeah, it's one more step. If he'd have done one more thing, I could have, but that was kind of on the edge and moved away. 4 fouls now on the Impalas, 6 on the Lobos. Oh, nice step and go, and a 1. What a great give and go. Tyler Fisher's got that quick change of pace. And for the young guards out there, just talk about what that does.
Well, what do you do? You call him, you get him in the washing machine. You get him on the spin cycle, and you go up, you come back, and before you know it, you can blow by him because they don't have their feet.
Yeah, they're on the top of their toes. They have no way to turn back and go, and put a nice left hand. He gets the completion. Back up to 4 points now. 6:09 left here in the game. Rocky Mountain won't go away. Pass underneath, quickly doubled. Tarango looks, nice help underneath there by Fisher.
Well, they got to recognize 3 guys on him, and you've got a 25 per game point scorer sitting out there, and he's not touching the ball.
Well, and that's an offense setup too. Like you said before, you go into their forest, you have Fisher on the weak side. That's what's going to be open.
Oh, this is done. That's 2.
Yeah. Yeah, that didn't play too much there. There's too many falls. Back up to 6.
Well, the difference is Rocky Mountain's finding their score, and Poudre's not.
Yep.
You know, that's really the difference. So right now we'll come back after a word from our sponsors. 40-34, 5:16 left here in the fourth quarter. You're watching Streaming Sports on the ASBN TV platform. We're back here. You see the Poudre huddle, and Poudre is kind of in trouble, down 6. 5:16 left, and they really haven't had an answer for Rocky Mountain's offense the whole game. I mean,
and credit Coach Taffel and his squad.
Oh, yeah.
They stayed within discipline of that offense, and just smart play.
This would be a huge pre-conference win if Rocky Mountain can pull this off. I'm telling you what. You go into Christmas after this, and you're feeling good.
Well, and right now they just show they're competitive too.
You're not always going to have the most talented team, but
team is the word in that sentence, though, isn't it?
Yeah. And that's
well, and Lucero's got 4 fouls. So if he's on the court, you've got to go to Fisher. There's just no other way around it.
Yeah, not to mention he's averaging 23 points a game.
Yeah.
And Coach Taffel knows that too. I mean,
almost what if you want to go underneath there. Nice little layup coming that way and doesn't go.
Boy, they're slow in getting the ball out. They have not worked on outlet pass, it doesn't look like. And one. Oh.
Yeah,
he's a strong boy now, isn't he?
Well, and that's the difference. You can take control there and go into it. It's his 5th foul.
Coach Taffel knows that. He knows he's going to have to use about 8 or 9 fouls.
Oh, yeah.
On him,
Yep. Well, and it's worked.
You can't take him home with you. That's
it's worked so far. It's worked so far tonight.
Right.
That's for sure.
You hear old Scott Hastings on the Nuggets. He was 6 fouls sitting on the bench if they need extra 6 fouls.
Cuts the lead to 3.
Well, we going to have another barn burner here, aren't we?
Yeah. Another good night here. City rivalry night. Overtime in the girls' game. Fisher with his second up. That one slid away. 4.5 to play here in the game. Great night here on ESPN TV. Thanks for tuning in. Thank our sponsors, First Bank, Pedersen Toyota, and Jim's Wings.
Poudre needs to talk on defense here.
Well, that's the thing. It's like, okay, who's running what here? Now you got Crone underneath there. Dolan's got 4 fouls. That's going to be a block. Yeah. Oh, my. He was trying to go around him. He caught a leg. That's just a bigger, stronger guy knocking somebody down. That's kind of
That's a 50-50,
Yeah, I know.
The offensive guy initiate. That's kind of a little bit of a change.
Because he was going around.
Yeah, he was.
And it wasn't a direct shot.
If I was a coach, I'd been mad either way.
Yeah, oh yeah, no, I agree. You're exactly right. That's the right way to put it. Forrest, everybody coming down.
He missed. But he missed Dolan.
Yeah, he had Dolan sitting there for the bunny. Easy bucket. 3-point lead now for the Lobos. Forrest back to the line.
The line shooting 2, Damian Forrest.
Great night here. Way to turn out both the Rocky Mountain and Poudre Impala student. A little more surety in that one, wasn't there?
Yeah, picked a good time. Well, he's seen the ball go through the basket a couple of times now, and you know, that's kind of you being a prolific volume shooter, I'm sure. Know the value of that.
Second one, though, goes to the floor, picked up, and put back in.
What a big bucket. Ties the game.
We're all tied at 40 now, under 4 to play.
Look at here. Well, if you can't get up for that, if you're an Impala, come all the way back.
And you're going to have a push. That will still one to give there for the Impalas. Next one will put the Lobos at the line in single bonus.
Great job tonight by Mr. Max Fink on the camera, CSU student.
Enjoying his first Christmas break.
Yes. Also,
high school version doesn't compare, does it, Max? See you in January.
He also works Colorado Eagles and stuff, so.
No time off.
Maxwell he's kind of big time, I think.
Natty Fisher back and forth out front.
Well, if Poudre's going to get organized and talk now.
Rare three by Urinowitz doesn't go. That's going to be set on this end. Dolan couldn't get a hold of it. Dolan wants a call, but I think it was his own man hitting him.
Yeah, and I think he needs to be quiet before he costs his team 2 free throws in the ball. You never know what kind of oh, that's easy. Oh,
kept blocked again. Nice job by Forrest not swinging at that one. You know,
somebody's taught him well on that, haven't
they? Yeah, because a great job of getting in the air. Urinowitz wasn't thinking he's going to make it from behind.
Well, he's got to get out of that double team quicker. It's way too slow. As soon as that double team hits, he's got to get that to the other side. He's trying to dribble out of it. Rocky Mountain's going to call timeout. We'll keep it here, Dave. And
that's the 4th foul, Urinowitz.
Talk a little bit about those 2 big block
well, the
shots.
blocks there, and like I said, he got position. Urinowitz's money from right there. Obviously, he didn't expect him to be athletically enough to catch him. Stuffs the first one, but the second one, he was in position just that tall. But I'm impressed that he didn't try to swing at it. Kept the ball in play.
Up.
You know, you don't get a call against you, and you get a chance to get the ball back, and that's what they did. Now at the other end, where they get a chance to break the tie, go ahead for the first time since the early first quarter.
Yeah. I don't know if they ever had the lead. I can't remember.
Actually, I think you're right.
My short-term memory isn't that great.
Yeah, for us, that's long-term. That long ago, right? Well, as you think about it, though, like I say, that's just good coaching. That's good temperament, too. And if they can finish it down the stretch, there's 3 minutes to play. That's a lot of basketball.
Oh, yeah. And Coach Taplin got to come out with defense now. I think his defense is working, actually. I think you got to double team Forrest and make him make decisions.
Yeah.
Basketball is as much about decisions.
Yeah. Well, Poudre's in the double bonus. Big advantage right now. Rocky Mountain just goes into the single.
But you got to guard Forrest without fouling him, although he has not been a good free throw shooter. But
I think he might have climbed above 50% here at that last trip.
You talk about quarterbacking and football and stuff, and a lot of times it's not so much the physical, it's the decisions they make.
Yeah.
Oh.
And that's the way you want the shooter's roll to go. A little bit of backspin, hit the front of the rim, it'll fall through.
He's got a touch.
Oh, yeah. And it's just one of those repetition things. Big guys have got to learn to shoot free throws. They want to stay on the court. Second one's up and good. And that was shot with more confidence.
Yeah, and that's called KLUTCH. For those from Missouri, that's clutch.
Yeah. Urinowitz, the 3.
Boom!
Good. Lobos go back and forth with the score right here. Back a 1-point lead. 2.5 to play.
Boy, he shot that
Fisher,
confidently.
you could tell he was coming up. he knew he was going to shoot that coming up. Long rebound, though, for the Impalas. He hadn't touched the ball in so long. Wood, deep three, short. Saved. Boy, all that colliding there and no calls.
Yeah. Well, and I don't like Fisher on the walk-up three. I like him better off the pass. I think he's better off the pass.
Well, he was zoning that in as he crossed half court. You can see that.
Okay, good help. Good help defense there.
There it was. That time they closed down on Fisher, knowing that Tyler Fisher, he's got to the rim so well.
Easy layups.
Yeah, very hard to stay in front of him. Substitution that time now. Otto's going to go back out. Dirk's in.
Well, nobody can stay in front of everybody all the time.
Yeah.
So that's why you call it team defense.
Now here's a mismatch out with Forrest trying to guard Uranus away from the bucket. Just when you need to do a clear out.
But you got
and he just gave him a shoulder. That was 15 foot from there and put a shoulder into him. Lobos go to the line. Minute 48 left. A 1-point lead here.
We must be old school because you just don't see clear outs.
No. Yeah, there was.
Maybe that's out of style, but.
Let your players make the play. Big front end coming up here.
Yeah,
he's about.
I'm not even sure he's breathing, is he?
I'd say that's about as cold as ice as you can get.
Yeah, somebody needs to.
Yeah, check him, see if you fog a mirror. That's pretty cool.
Make sure he's got a heartbeat.
Second one, a little short. Rolls back out.
I like Dolan's energy, man. He's he's a gamer. He's made some.
Well, we've got guys
dumb plays, but he's up, man. I'll tell you what, he's all in.
We got guys playing their roles tonight, being hustle guys, clear the boards, play hard defense. Backside kick there, Force doesn't get it to go. Tied up, wow. Taffel's going to get warned. He was really upset. The Reds had it. So possession arrow stays with Poudre no matter what happens down the far side. Tarango, foot's on the line. That'll be a 2.
Yeah,
doesn't
I was
go.
Say, that's certainly not the.
And another jump ball called. And this time the arrow goes with the Lobos.
Little Mary Kay.
Yeah, I was going to say, didn't get it there. We'll get it here. 1:22 left. 2-point lead for Rocky Mountain. Going to come down to the finish.
I don't like that play. Again, you gotta have the right people shooting at the end of the game.
Yep.
And nothing against Tarango. He's a great athlete.
Well, it's just he's been left alone, and it's hard to say no. Crone underneath, trying to work on. Gives over to Fisher. Oh, he's got a little swoop lay up there. Nice hands. Crone turns around. Fisher cuts, hands it to him. 4-point lead, under a minute to play here. Nice little drop down there. Doesn't go. Kicked out. Rebound, Rocky Mountain. Big rebound. Natty's putting it down court. Has Crone up alone for a layup. Intentional. No. Doesn't fall. Forrest with the rebound. They tried to do the foul. They didn't call it. 36 to play. Timeout's going to be taken by Poudre. 4-point lead for Rocky Mountain. Coaching time.
What just happened?
Yeah. Crone they tried to grab him, actually kind of missed, but I was surprised there wasn't a call because you usually see intent. Rebound doesn't go, kicks around. Guys flying all over the place. Great effort tonight, though, on the court.
And again, it's pretty big upset right here. This isn't the small upset.
No, and you gotta finish right now if you're Rocky Mountain. This is how you take your team. You've gone through it as the night's gone along. You've played within yourself.
Yeah, you have.
Poudre's had moments where, like you say, that firepower's come out, and then it kind of goes away. So it's a game of wills. Can Poudre find something here? They need a fairly quick bucket, and then they're going to have to foul. Somebody's going to have to miss.
Yeah, if it were me, I would post up Fisher. He's as automatic as you got on your team, but I would get him close to the bucket and get the 2.
Oh yeah, you don't need them both because you'll have a chance. You'll get another shot.
Or I would even post both of them up, and whoever's open, get it to them.
That's when you go to those plays. You call them in the summer. You know how you run these. Right now they're setting up Dolan inbound. But Fisher Wood underneath the bucket.
So look at the mismatch right there.
trying to find a way, getting out front. This is a clear out. This is for, and it wasn't under control, missed it. No help under the bucket.
But what I don't like is he came all the way out to here to get the ball. Why not just jab step up there and come right back and hit him right there on the block?
10 seconds off the clock. And if you're Rocky Mountain right now, one of the two guys you want at the line is going to the line.
Yeah, he can ice this thing right here. Yeah, you could have jab step,
the arrow
around the block there.
Arrow is right now, and first one by Fisher is good. Arrow favors Poudre if that's a call to come. Second one is up at 2. Boy, that's just nonchalant. Timeout going to be taken by Rocky Mountain. They'll go in there and say, okay, we don't want to, we got a 6-point lead. Just keep them in front of you, make them run a little extra clock, give them a little room, and just bodies.
And do not foul them on a 3.
Yeah.
That's the last thing you need is a 4-point play. And if you're Poudre, you really kind of need a 3.
Well, you're going to have to crash the boards. That's why you just get bodies on. That's where you'll draw that foul. But a great night here, city rivalry game. Sets up the game later in the year when it counts even for conference. But, they're all part of the record.
Good crowd. And, again, I see why the local coaches did this.
Yep.
They're also, a lot of them are playing Windsor as well. So Windsor, I think, got in the action here too. Windsor's played Poudre, and they're playing tonight.
Well, here we go. You got to get one down to get the next one. Fisher trying to find a way back in. Tarango quickly up. Soft pressure, if any, by Rocky Mountain. Jack Fisher's long three-pointer is going to go up. Bangs off the side. Grabbed by Urinowitz. That'll pretty much do it. Couple of grabs. And we're down to 13 with a 6-point lead right now. Rocky Mountain starting to warm the bus. And they played within their game all night long. Took the game down to a really defined level of offense. And
Poudre played like they can play at times.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
And we've seen them be inconsistent.
Well, and it shows you, like you said, when you have a chance. I mean, I don't know if Jack Fisher's got 10 points tonight or not, but well below the attempts, I guarantee that he's had before. And a quick 2 for 2. That's 4 for 4 in the last minute by Tyler Fisher for the Lobos.
Jack Fisher had a mismatch the entire game.
Quick shot goes underneath, and a timeout taken. That'll narrow the lead down to 6 again on the bucket by Wood. Good look. Got to get the bucket in. 7.3 seconds left. The biggest thing now for Rocky Mountain is just getting the ball inbounds.
We've coached basketball a lot of years, and you see a team come in this short, and they got somebody on Fisher, your top scorer, who's 6 inches shorter. You just go to the block.
Find a way.
And just until they do something else. But you can't guard both of them. They don't have the people to guard both.
Yeah, well, nobody will. That's just, you're not going to have.
But they didn't
outside,
exploit. They didn't exploit that advantage they had. And
Urinowitz will inbound. Pick taken there. And
Dolan's got to stop pushing when he.
Yeah, I got to be careful there. That's his fifth foul, too.
He kind of, just these officials are just funny enough sometimes to do the old.
Yeah,
flagrant or whatever they call it in high school.
Yeah, it's the intentional. And that's going to be 5 fouls on Dolan. Hard night, great effort night for him. Cobb will be in for him. 5.5 seconds left. Fisher at the line again, chance to cement his fourth quarter look, and that's 5 in a row.
Poudre's going to have lost 2 out of 3 now. Their only win was against Grand Junction last weekend.
That was an easy 6 shots in a row for the free throw line out of Fisher. Talk about Iceman.
Yeah, that's
Trango just coming up and has a chance to go in, and
that's it.
And go.
And You know what I like? Rocky Mountain just like, yeah, we did it. Nobody storming the court. There's nobody.
Well, they played their game. Heads off to the effort all the way through. All the role players did their thing. Conversely, you can't really say so much tonight for what you had. You know, the fouling of trying to get Forrest the line worked obviously early, put that lead out their ways. Jack Fisher really never got into the game rhythm-wise, and as they finished the game. Well, it's your opponent's court. You're always going to go out and you can stick it in a little bit. You're going to.
Yeah.
It is a city game.
Yeah, it is, and there'll be one more time. So anyway, pretty big upset there, and Rocky Mountain over Poudre. We'll be back again Friday night for hockey. For David Haase and Maxwell Fink, this is Randy McCoy. We'll see you Friday night from the NoCo Ice Center.
Live on Stream It Sports NoCo, it's Northern Colorado High School basketball. This broadcast is brought to you by Jim's Wings, Northern Colorado's favorite wings since 1991. By Pedersen Toyota in Fort Collins, everything cars made easy. And by First Bank. Visit any of our convenient locations in Northern Colorado. First Bank, banking for good. This has been a Stream It Sports NoCo production of basketball. You can find all of our broadcasts, past and present, by visiting streamitsports.com/PSD.